Hey, what's up guys, it's Oakley, and we're replaying some Tomb Kings gameplay. It's gonna be a horde of greenskins completely surrounding this ancient city in the sand. You can see siege towers surrounding us on all sides, and I say us because it's gonna be three players against the AI coming in at us. So the players defending are gonna be myself, Indypride, and Turin. So pretty awesome stuff. I do have to say, CA artists, freaking amazing job on the visuals of these maps. They look absolutely glorious. The effects and colors, oh my god, the architecture looking awesome. Also slightly new city layouts that are definitely improved. The ability to hold at various stages. You have the initial wall, low ground here, and then these big open avenues to hold the top. So we're getting better, CA, that's for sure. And they have some cool little props all over the place. In any case, in terms of our defense, I have brought kind of the chaff and range component of our force. So the main, I guess I wouldn't say centerpiece, but the coolest piece is going to be over here in the back, the skull catapult. He's going to be sitting back and waiting to pepper units either in the front at the gate or perhaps anyone who punches through our defenses. So yeah, he can shoot at the walls, etc. My main lord, or my soul lord, I guess, in this case, is going to be Khalida. So this is pretty cool. So she is going to be on her Tomb Serpent here. And looking very cool. Awesome indeed. I love how they ride these. Anyway, she has, ooh, look at her staff. It's actually writhing like a serpent. That's for good sake. But anyways, she has a bunch of buffs for units that are nearby. So for archers, for instance, she is going to give them increased reload rate, armor piercing, etc. So that's really cool. So that's why I've massed a bunch of skeleton archers. Also, speaking of skeleton archers, you'll be seeing these a lot in battles. They're very, very good, versatile, and you can mass them up, and they take a big chunk out of the enemy. So I've one of them is going to be kind of one of the regiments of renown, Blessed Legion of skeleton archers with armor sundering, which is going to be good against some of the black orcs. So I have two archers here, and then behind that I have some Nehekara warriors, some resurrected ancient warriors who have anti-infantry buffs, very strong units, pretty good to field in large numbers. And then some of my guys up on the walls are going to be the chaff of the chaff, the basic skeleton warriors. So we can take a look at them, maybe even get a nice little snapshot. There you go. That's looking awesome. So they're going to be the ones holding the tower defenses in various positions. So that's mostly my guys. Scattered archer units that have been held back at the second tier to shoot at the walls or anyone who punches through, and then Khalida. So that's basically it. But now let's look at what our other allies have brought, namely Indypride and Turin. So they have brought some of the more fun units in the roster here. You do have Archon the Black here on his chariot that looks like it's magically levitating, although I believe in battles it typically doesn't. You have a Kemrian War Sphinx that we've seen previously, but good God, when you get a hand on it, it is amazing. Such a cool unit. As we continue along, they're going to have even more units. Some of the slightly more elite tomb guards. Yeah, pretty powerful guys, all guarding the gate. And you have over here a Hyro Titan just stationed right in front of the gate, anticipating the bust in. So this is a very powerful unit, and especially with the, I believe this is going to be a Necrotech. Yeah, there you go, the Necrotech. So he has buffs to some of the constructs nearby, and he can also regen them. So that's going to help sustain and hold these. You also have this Sphinx of Usech, Necro Sphinx here, looking freaking glorious. We saw this also in the early trailers, but it looks so freaking scary. Giant scythes for hands writhing with energy. And then against the other gate, there is going to be another Hyro Titan, also with his little Necrotech handler nearby. And so the greenskins are going to have a hell of a time trying to punch through our defenses. Now that we've done an overview, not much to be said about the greenskins, other than there's a lot of goblins, cavalry, etc. We kind of just randomize them. Oh, and actually, I believe Indy was bringing Archon, so he's able to bring some of the vampire inspired units, or vampire type units, I guess. So he has a couple of crypt ghouls sprinkled around to hold the defenses. And Archon the Black here, who we saw earlier, still kind of treading water. But yeah, we can watch this as the greenskins start to make their assault. I guess they've heard that plunder abounds. That's awesome. So our catapults are going to start bombing the enemy. Holy shit. This looks awesome. So here come the hordes, and let's watch up on the wall. As they start to charge forward, our resurrected warriors are going to come and greet them. Lots of night goblins and just goblin spearmen. Lots of chaff on their front, just waiting out. And I love how instead of hot oil, it just discharges sand on the enemy. That's cool. So a giant is going to be dispatched to knock down the gate, but he's going to be met with 2 giants of his own. So we'll see how that battle goes once it's engaged. Lots of spells being traded on either side, trying to hit the enemy on the far sides as they charge up. So we'll see how this goes. Also, my archers have been told to hold fire. I'm going to wait till there's enough men on the walls before I engage. Same thing over here. Looks like the enemy has... Oh, actually, the wyvern has landed from Azag the Slaughter. Going to be busting down this gate, or at least attempting to, while the battering ram does pull up. And they have a lot of units coming up here. I don't have too much in defense, just a couple of Nehakara warriors and skeleton warriors. But over here, they've seized the gate. I have 1 skeleton warrior unit, which is going to be taken down rather handedly. Javelins actually being thrown in here, and yeah, my guys are already starting to lose out. Even some goblins splattering here. But I do have some of my archers that can come up and reinforce once the enemy gets within closer range. I'm going to try and hold a bit more of this side. Oh, spells being cast on us. Gotta be careful. Oh, and here comes a wyvern, gonna land down into here, thinking he can take out the Hydra Titan. This guy's gonna turn about and laser blast him right in the face. Love that animation, looking so freaking sweet. Looks like his handler needs to tell him where to go. Perhaps he's a blind one, but I saw gonna be going right after this necro attack. So a little bit of miss micro there, but he's gonna be turning about. Very slow unit, I have to say. One of the slowest speeds. I believe slower than a giant. Speaking of giants, he's going to be busting through the gate. It's at 78% damage so far. But I'm going to pull up with both of my skeleton archers, noticing that, hey, they have a lot of guys, and now the black orcs are up here. So we're going to start to unload on them and actually pretty effectively clean up the walls. And here you can see Khalida coming in through the back. She's going to help with some of their armor piercing, and there you can see the buffs going off. Also with the reload rates. That's going to make these guys pretty murderous. And now what we're having here is I have lost so many men because I'm the chaff player that I'm starting to get, well, the second proc here replenishes H points of units and then starts to regen them. So that should help us kind of with units still on the wall. There I'm going to be rebuffing Azag the Slaughter with some of my armor sundering and skeleton archers, etc. But most of the buffs here are going off on my guys who have been held in reserve. So my very chaff of the chaff units were destroyed, procced both of these, and weren't too much benefit. Yeah, you can see most of my guys in the back. Ooh, and now we get to see some of my Screaming Skull catapults actually firing literal Screaming Skulls. So again, you gotta love all the little artistic details. So I did decide to use him intermittently here and there. He doesn't have the best line of fire, but I figured, hey, when they're up on the walls, that is gonna be the best opportunity to do. So here they come, taking out dudes, doing a lot of morale penalties. The battle is underway. These goblins treading underfoot, being zapped to little pieces. And they're busting through the gates here. Let's keep an eye on the other side where the enemy has seized the wall and is swarming down. But this is where Archon the Black can shine. Oh, I actually take that back. I had said he wasn't floating in battle, but I guess he was. I guess I'd never noticed that before. That's really freaking cool. And now battling in the center, we do see various units holding the front. Archon treading in front of us, but that giant getting knocked about as well. In the back too, the War Sphinx holding strong. Oh, this is so cool. This actually doubles as an artillery piece. Grand Hierophant Katep, he has the ability to do a bunch of different magic, but then he can also fire off. There you go. Lots of artillery shots. The orc boars are pushing through. So they're currently routing, but if they do kind of assemble themselves, they may be able to come back and hit my archers. So that's why I'm pulling them back. Gonna swap in the Kepra guard here, pretty elite tomb guards, damage dealer, regeneration, anti-infantry, and armored themselves. Don't look too armored, they just have a little bit of a necklace that I guess gives them some protection where it counts. But yeah, Gonna be pretty cool troops. Meanwhile, over here, I've busted forward with my skeleton archers. They dismantled these goblin riders and other units that are starting to pour through, but we've lost everything at the gates. The center still holds somewhat, although the necrotect here has been focused out by a goblin big boss, and with him going down, this higher titan is going to be absolutely isolated. But then again, I don't think it so much cares. Yeah, just wading through these guys. God damn. Land a couple screaming catapult shots in here, and this unit standing in front of me, the Black Orcs, and especially all the goblins, are bye-bye. And I think they know that, so they're going to be coming on over here. Some squigs. So the cavalry that was useless on the outside now being a bit more useful as it plows through, getting to the second tier of our city. They have charged forward, but Khalida is going to be holding the entirety of this force on her little cobra here. And she actually imbues poison on the enemy. She has a little bit of area of effect explosion that she can get off that does poison on all her units surrounding her. But they do charge through. Some of my archers still holding strong. The others on this flank going to be focus firing. Like I said, these bows, you can bring a lot of them. They have pretty good stats, and they can tear through enemy lines, and that's just what you're seeing here. And thank God for CA giving us a little bit of room on the sieges to pull that off. So you're seeing that utter and complete destruction to these units. Khalida riding strong, riding victorious, and there are some Nehekara warriors nearby buffing her up, or not buffing her up, but helping her hold out in this position. There you go, got a bit of a victory. And now, triggering the third wave, get some resurrection, and then I'm also going to get Unushabti, which I believe I'm going to resurrect here to help me hold as more units continue to pour through. Yeah, it looks like Nehekara warriors pushed back onto the wall. I think they took out WAAAAGH here, which was awesome. So he got smattered just ingloriously on this corner of the battlefield. Meanwhile, as my guys start to regen, they're going to try and claim back this area, and that catapult going to continue to suppress. So doing pretty good, cleaning up on this side. Obviously, Khalida here being excellent in this holding action. On this flank, the enemy still have more troops pouring in, but our giant constructs are doing the work, especially with, we have a Tomb Guard. Where was he? Yeah, Tomb Guard in here, pretty good, holding strong, and yeah, they're all running out, trying to sneak past the Hydra Titan here. And God, I am never going to get over that laser attack. Boom, yeah, we have all of our constructs here. The enemy has one big lumbering force, but a giant here, not looking too impressive next to these other forces. The main thing is he is fast compared to these other guys. I do wonder if they have some unique takedowns. That would be pretty cool to see. But he should be, yeah, got a bunch of spell, or, oh, there he goes. He's going to be knocked to the ground. Entomb him alive. Feel bad for that giant. God, this unit looks so cool. Oh my God. Yeah, he's not even going to get an attack off. They're just double teaming him, swiping his face, taking him down. Then they're going to slaughter him. Good God. This is so cool. Jesus Christ, I don't think we've seen him get an attack off. Poor giant. Yeah. There's a little bit of a push happening with the enemy. They have seized the gates. More boys coming through. Necrotech still holding in the center, trying to buff up this higher titan. But oh, actually, that higher titan's still at pretty much full strength. So yeah, both sides are holding here, showing the strength of the giant monsters backed up by Necrotechs, and over here showing the strength of mass archers being buffed up as well. So overall, pretty cool stuff for the Tomb Kings that we're seeing here. And now their mass ranks are not looking too good. The higher titan on this side, who has been holding all throughout, is finally looking like he's going to go down. Take a look at the animations. That's awesome. Taking out a couple more men with him, but I love the powering down effect that it has. The energy still kind of flowing over him, and then it should disperse pretty soon. Yeah, epic stuff. You know, the enemy is kind of undecided moving forward with Khalida And her her snake here. Oh my god! Did you see that? It spit poison and decapitated him. So cool. Yeah, goblins not very eager to get in here, especially with Nekara warriors as well. Some of them with arrows sticking out of their faces, pretty funny. But yeah, she's been tanking it out on this side. And there you go. There's that effect that I was talking about. A explosion, kind of like what Scarsnake has. Or, sorry, what Queek Headhunter has. That allows you to get people off your back. But the added benefit of Khalida here is when she does it, it actually poisons the enemy around her. Pretty awesome. But she is being taken down pretty low. And now we're getting a bit of a loss here. The enemy's bow units, which were all outside, are now getting inside the fight. And just with their mass numbers, maybe it will start taking out my guys. I am also almost out of ammo. My skeleton warriors getting some armor sundering into this mess to help us against these black orcs. But I think one little lord in here and we should be done. Oh, actually, these guys have a lot of ammo. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, she's dropping fairly quick. Meanwhile, on this side, my guy's still holding out. Got 2 units of skeleton archers who've used up all their ammo. And again, this regenning Tomb Guard unit being very formidable, back up to full strength. And I've pulled forward with my catapult as well to see off the units on the wall. We have a bunch of our heroes holding strong. And now we've reclaimed this pass. And again, the 2 buddies here destroying Scarsnake and the other forces. So it's a little bit dicey at first, but things are turning around pretty well. And yeah, we're getting a general collapse here. I did throw Khalida forward. But looks like the archers in the back, and especially these Night Goblin archers, may be the ones that could seal my doom. She's dropping to 1,500 here. Let's see how much every volley does. Well, looks like most of the shots are missing, so she should be okay. Granted, she gets reinforcements. The Black Orcs do come back, and they're going to hold reinforcements away. She's going to come in and charge into the back. Yikes. God, that charge is absolutely so powerful. I'm going to have to call for help from my allies. And here they come responding. And let's see this chariot charge of Archon. Not quite sure what's going on here. Libra Mortis. That's pretty awesome. 44% physical resistance. Yeah. So here he comes to the rescue. Khalida has been forced to pull out of that engagement down to 578. Pretty scary stuff. I was wondering if she would start crumbling here. Yeah, this pesky archer force, I haven't been able to punch through. Both my archers here finally getting through this force, but I can't get at this massive blob, although it looks like Archon is going to be seeking to do just that. He's going to turn around to get this last Night Goblin force and then come back over here. And these forces, I don't know what they've been fighting this whole time. Looks like it's been Scarsnake holding out, surprisingly. But yeah, 2 full-strength guys. Yikes. Telling them a story to tell their friends there with that breath. But that's about it. So the AI tried its best, but was no match for giant lords. Even Grimgor over here, I was surprised to see him just kind of stay unengaged. He would have been cool to see fighting it out, chopping at the higher Titan's feet. But I guess the AI thought he was better suited for guarding artillery, which was a bit unfortunate. Maybe he's been waiting patiently, which is unlike him, but then again, you could say that he's been waiting for an opportunity to fight battles all on his own. So he's like, okay, now the enemy units, now my underlings are leaving. This is my time to shine. So he's going to be trying to get in there, or at least soon. And the way I'm going to get the AI to kind of, you know, shake its cage or rattle its cage is going to be to move around with the Screaming Skull Catapult and try and get a shot off against him. Otherwise, on the other side, some Orc Shamans and a couple other units are coming back, but the battlements are going to be seized for us once more. A couple Rusty Arrowers thinking they can do something, but that's it. And here we go, Screaming Skull Catapult going to be reloading. Let's watch the shots as they come in, flying over the city. Boom. So like I was saying, that has kind of shaking his cage. He's going to start popping some abilities. Wah, plus 44 melee attack. He's really eager for battle. But we'll see just how long he holds out against a Sphinx of Usekf. Gotta work on those pronunciations. But yeah, these guys charging out. Plus Archon. Yikes. That's going to be it for Grimgor. But yeah, that's about it for the battle. Grimgor does charge in, but with the army losses as they are at this point, I don't know how it's not further on our side. The enemy only having 400 men left, but yikes. We'll get at least a little bit of a shot. Let's see this before the battle ends. Grimgor charging at these giant sphinxes. Looks like he's going for the War Sphinx. He wants to kill the kitty. And she doesn't even notice. He gets thrown by that assault. And this is, I would have to say this is an imposter Grimgor. Didn't fight the battle, and then chased the tail of the kitty and ran away. So this was a fake Grimgor, some other orc trying to impersonate him. But that's it for the battle. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, we saw a bit of a mix of different types of units fighting it out to hold the city against the AI. Not much of a strategic battle, but it was very much a cinematic one. And again, props to CA on all the glorious details of the cities and slightly improved city layouts. I do hope to see more of that in the future. Because yeah, we could use more depth and strategy here. But that's it. Let's end the replay. Take a look at some of the final stats. And yeah, should be pretty dope. We could see Kalita with 159, so she was tearing it up on my side. Turin and Indy, I presume, are going to get way more kills. Yeah, his Crypt Ghouls up on the wall is getting a ton. And of course, the Constructs always getting lots of kills here. That's something you're going to see. Archon the Black also with his Chariot running rampant. Turin with 2 Necrotechs backing up the 2 Iron Titans here. 147, 46 on one of them, although this one was fighting that Giant. And then the Skeletal Warriors, as we've seen, very much throwaway units. Let's pivot back to my guys real quick and take a look at the Archers. Pretty good on them. Skeleton Warriors pretty much trash, but the Nehekar Warriors can trade pretty decently. Oh, and actually it was four armies versus 3. So even though it seemed like a bit of a raffle stomp, we did give them a lot of units to fight coming at us. So that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more, and definitely wait for more battles to show up on this channel itself. Invicta Gaming, I'll be putting up tons of content here, not only for more Tomb Kings action, but of course, other content. I've been playing some Banished, Northgard recently, and yeah, more to come. So that's it. See you in the next one. Peace out.